Okay, welcome back to another Satisfactory episode where we started in the Rocky Desert and we are in the process of just playing the game. Um, you can see we're on phase 4 of the space elevator. We're working on making these fused modular frames now. Um, so what we did in preparation of that is we got our turbo fuels set up. We've got the capacity to make 270 turbo fuel per minute. We're not making that at the moment because we're limited by the amount of containers we can make, which is limited by the amount of plastic we can make, which is limited by the amount of polymer resin that is coming out of our heavy oil residue plant over here. So we've got 100 plastic that's going into 60, 120, 180, around 200. I mean, I haven't done the math explicitly. But it's definitely not 270. We're definitely not at 270. Okay. So in any case, this is going to enable us to put drones, and here. Let's go upstairs. Where's the stairs? I got a stairway somewhere. Okay, so see, we have our hydrogen. Oh, we're not even near the hydrogen. But in any case, we're going to then take. This is going to be like our home base for our drones, right? They're going to come here to refuel, or at least that's where the fuel's going to be. I'll probably have a drone hauling fuel to like a couple of other drone ports. Like there's going to be a drone port out here. Oh, and where are we, by the way? That plant is over here. Oh, no, it's over here. Okay, so we have a train station set up over here by this grassland archway. Oh, maybe some. Okay, we're making the basically what we're going to do over by the power plant. We have our nitrogen gas coming in. Here we're making copper. We're sending out copper ore, or copper ingots rather. See, we've got a copper plant, a pure copper plant underneath this stairwell, or whatever, the corkscrew thing. Basically, we're going to be setting up a couple more of these copper plants because we're going to need a ton of copper for our nuclear pasta. So we're going to just get that going here soon. Not on stream or during the episode, but, in off time. Ah, damn it. Okay, just to give you an idea. Now, we also expanded our power grid by a pure node of diluted fuel, which gave us 40 power generators. we've got a couple of more pure nodes over by the actual turbo fuel plant also. So we're probably going to do that sometime soon. As soon as we get to a power pole, we'll take a look at our power situation. Okay, so see those tanks that are up on top of that bridge right there? Those are both nitrogen. They're coming from the same line, though, so there's 600 nitrogen between the two of them. We also have some alien power augmenters that we put in. So we are, we've got a ton of power at the moment to expand. Yeah, we're producing 30.5. We're using 10. We have a max consumption of 20. So we have, even worst case scenario, we have 10,000 extra megawatts right now. And like I said, there's at least 2 more pure nodes in the general vicinity that we can turn into diluted fuel, which we can turn into 40 power generators each. Where the hell's the rest of the power plant? Oh, not far enough yet. It's over there. So in any case, this is where we're going to put the fused modular frame factory. Is going to be under here, where the nitrogen gas is coming in. And we're just going to drone in the rest of the parts. We're going to drone in the heavy modular frames, which we're making all the way over at the starter base. The aluminum casings, which we're making over at the aluminum base, which is even farther than the starter base. I mean, I guess technically we could bottle the nitrogen and then send it over, but I hate doing that. If I have to bottle something just to unbottle it, I'm not going to do it. I'd rather just run a line, actually, all the way over there. I'll run a pipe, worst case scenario, with the nitrogen all the way to the starter base. Or there's another nitrogen plate, another nitrogen spot north of here, but it's kind of far away, and I ran out of concrete while I was building the road, so that's why I went to the other one. That is over there. And those are all pure nodes. 7 pure nodes. Okay, so you see there's our 40 new power generators. Okay, anything else that we need to look at? I guess that's it. So just to give you a heads up, we will go ahead and work on setting up the drones now. And when we come back, we should be making the fused modular frames. See you then. Okay, so part 2. We've got all our drone bases set up, and we are making our fused modular frames. We have enough, so we're going to take our 50 and go finish this thing with the space elevator. So we've got our drone ports set up. We're bringing in the heavy modular frames and the aluminum casings here for these. And we're bringing the nitrogen in from over there. And you see we've got fuel coming in from the turbo fuel plant that we saw earlier. I had a little bit of a problem. It was off for like most of the day. I just realized it, so I just had to go fix it. But now it should be running good. Okay, and you see we've got also over there, we've got another set of drone ports. Why would it pop? I'm trying to do a little ping, but it's not going. Anyhow, okay, so let's go back to the base. We'll see it when we get over there. So in any case, I set up 3 drone ports over at the turbo fuel factory. I've got 3 drone ports here, I think. I don't actually remember. Might be 3 plus the fuel intake, which is 4. I don't remember. Even though we just literally were up there and saw. I see a train coming. Let's try not to get run over. 2 trains coming. We've got 3 drone ports on top of the aluminum factory, and then 3 drone ports over here. On the starter base. But there goes one. There's one of our drones going somewhere. I really need to get the hypertube set up. I'm just so lazy, I didn't want to waste the time to do it. I should have had them built in. Normally I build them into the top of this railway tunnel thing, but I didn't want to for some reason. I figured I would just, yeah, whatever. In any case, do need to still do that. Okay, you can see the drone ports there on the starter base, 3 of them, right there. Really need to start working on some foundational, supports. Okay, we're going to the Space Needle, or the space elevator. Oh wait, no, not the space elevator. We're just going to our hub. This is not space elevator part. This is just regular part. Same place though. Almost. What the hell's the? There it is. Oh, I didn't set up a cloud storage on the fuse plate on these things. Okay. So what did we just do? Just unlocked this one, leading edge production. Oh, Mark III miners. Nice. Okay. So nuclear power we have to unlock. Oh, it's friggin' impossible with Ada yapping her gums. Okay, so we've got nuclear power left to do and particle enrichment. I don't see any reason to do this now. So nuclear power. I guess we'll select how long? 5 minutes on the ship. Okay. I need 200 of those, 1,000 of those, 2,000 of that. Where's the stairs? So we need 1,000 cable. 2,000 concrete. And a couple for good luck. 200 heavy modular plates, which are directly underneath the drone ports that we installed over here. If there's even any here, the drone might have flown them all out to that other base, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, fuck. Perfect. And 50 supercomputers, which we're going to have to make. Well, we got 2 more minutes until the thing comes back, so while we're waiting on that, we'll make some supercomputers. Doubt 2 minutes is enough to make 50, but you know what? I keep forgetting about damn hard drives. Oh, I guess we're done. Alternate leached iron ingot. Does that mean we're done? There's no more recipes? No. Okay. Oh, and to follow up with some other things, we did set up an AI limiter plant. Well, not a plant, just like 2 machines and high-speed connector machines over there by the Caterium plant. So we've got, we're making like 10 of each per minute, just so we have them in stock. Okay, I don't want to bore you with this, so let's see what we can do. Ships back. Okay, so we're most of the way there. Once we unlock nuclear, I'm sure we'll have some more recipes available, because we'll have all the special rod recipes and stuff. There's our 3 augmenters for power. They're giving us, each one is giving us 10%. I thought you should be able to see it here. 10%. Oh. Okay. All right, so that's where we're at right now. We're going to go ahead and finish up these supercomputers, unlock nuclear, and take it from there. What do we still have to do? High-speed connectors in our list is done. AI limiters are done. Crystal oscillators are done. We have one machine making those. Radio control units we still have to do. Turbo fuel is done. So the only thing in our existing list that we still have to do is radio control units. And then I guess we should set up supercomputers. Okay, we'll see what happens. Because we have to get ready to start making our nuclear pasta. Anything else we can check on for this episode before we call it? This is part of the stitch plate assembly. Alright, I guess that's it. Since over at the turbo fuel, so the problem was that the heavy oil residue was backed up because we're only using like 15% of the 600 that we're making, and so everything shut down, and there was no turbo fuel being made because there was no containers being made, because there was no plastic being made, because there was no petroleum coke, or not petroleum coke, polyester resin or whatever that stuff's called. So we set up a bunch more petroleum coke refineries, so now we're using every drop of the heavy oil residue, which means at least that won't stop running now. So turbo fuel should be good. But now we have 500 and 480. Oh wait, 520. We have I don't know. We have a shit ton of petroleum coke being made that we're sinking now. And I want to look into steel because I know there's a steel recipe that uses petroleum coke. So either we need to start making more plastic, which I don't think we can do. Yeah, let's see. Petroleum coke. Iron ore and petroleum coke. 100 steel. So we'll probably do a couple of those. But what I was just thinking, we need to make some more plastic so we can max out the turbo fuel. Because we do have to make about 50 or 70 more containers per minute in order to max out the turbo fuel at 270 a minute. But we can't because we don't have the plastic, because we don't have the polymer resin. Why can't I find plastic? Seriously? Also, that's super annoying. The way you see the cursor just jump to the top. Okay, so plastic. Can we make plastic out of... We can't make plastic out of anything. Either fresh oil or residual. Those are the only two choices we have. Or this, but that doesn't help us any. Because we have heavy oil residue and we have petroleum coke. Smokeless powder. I think, do we have a factory set up for that yet? No, that's my other save. Residual fuel. I guess we could dump some more into residual fuel. What is this? Yeah, I don't know, but we definitely need to tighten up production over there at the turbo fuel factory. Because I've got like 400 heavy oil residue I need to do something with. Or, use the petroleum coke to make steel. One or the other. But we'll cross that bridge after this episode. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Let's get a little bit of a view here. And I will see you all next time. Thanks a lot. Have a great day, everyone.